Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Octavian Syahdi Pradana. My number is 20200210041.
My name is Fitri Tewayungsi. My number student is 20200210031.
And my name is Rian Muhammad Kayis. My number student is 146.
My name is Muhammad Fatih Alam. My number student is 42.
Here we will discuss the travel wish list in several tourist attractions in Yogyakarta. Hello guys, how are you?
Fine.
I'm fine.
Very well.
I want to tell you my travel wish list here. I really want to go to Jogja to Parangtritis Beach. To be precise, in order to make it easy to realize my travel wish list, I want to invite these three friends of mine. I really want to go to Parangtritis because Parangtritis is located around 28 kilometers from Yogyakarta. This is the ideal distance to come for a day trip to take a break of the city and soak up the roar of the waves and of the outstanding atmosphere. Here you will see some incredible green lush hills set against the backdrop of Aegean Ocean. With Aegean surf and salty sea breeze, it will be hard not to feel rejuvenated and refreshed as soon as you arrive here. This whole region is filled with beach, caves, lakes, paths, and gravities, each with their own mystical story. What makes Parangtritis particular special is that it is not only an exciting holiday spot, it is also a scared place. According to legend, when you are entering to the island of Kanjeng Ratu Kidul, Queen of the Southern Asian, who is known for being welcomed the newcomer. For this reason, the Japanese will not wear green, especially yellow green around here, as it is not believed that this attracts the queen.
I also really want to go to Jogja. I want to go to Prambanan Temple tourist attraction because Prambanan Temple is the largest Hindu temple in Indonesia. Some of the location of Prambanan Temple are in Sleman Regency and partly in Klaten Regency. The location of the Prambanan Temple is easy to find because it's close to the Jogja Solo Highway, so transportation access is also easy to reach. From the direction of Yogyakarta, heading to the east approximately 16 kilometers can be reached in 30 minutes. Prambanan Temple is estimated to have been built in the middle of the 9th century during the reign of King Balitung Mahasambu of the Sanjaya host. Although it is not certain the year of its founding and who ordered in it to be made, the allegation is based on the Sriwigraha inspiration found in Prambanan. Now the inspiration is kept at the National Museum in Jakarta. This temple was made to worship Trimurti, the three main Hindu gods, namely Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. However, based on the temple plans, Shiva temple is the largest with a height of 47 meters, which shows Shiva is perfect near the Prambanan temple. 3 is a place to hold a Ramayana ballet performance. There are two locations, namely indoor and outdoor. These two locations offer a different experience for art performance.
Sounds like a good idea. I also really want to go to Jogja to be previous to Taman Sari, because according to some source Taman Sari Jogja, Taman Sari is located near the Kraton. This place was also known as the Garden from the Sultan of Yogyakarta, with its combination of Eastern and Western style building. This unique escape of the royal family has its own appeal and story. The most famous place in Taman Sari is the bathing and resting place of the Sultan and his prince, named the Umbul Pasiraman. Most tourists find this place interesting as there is a unique story behind its origin. Other than the Umbul Pasiraman, visitor can also explore an underground tunnel and mosque. The tunnel was once a hideout, but now isn't functional as it's partially used for local residents. Unlike most mosques, the mosque on this premise is a unique circle-shaped building with Sumur Gumilang beneath which was a place for the Sultan to pray.
I also want to come because the last time I traveled was last year. I also really want to go to Yogyakarta, to be precise, to the tourist place of Ratu Boko, because Ratu Boko is located about 3 kilometers south of Prambanan Temple. Ratu Boko is situated atop of a hill 195 meters above sea level. Ratu Boko is not a temple, but a reminder of a place. Or Ratu Boko is often called Kraton Ratu Boko. Legend said that Ratu Boko once a place for Ratu Boko, the father of Lara Jongrang. Ratu Boko is built during the 8th Masehi by the Buddhist Sailendra dynasty. But then the Hindu Mataram kings took over the place. This takeover makes Kraton Ratu Boko is full of Hindu and Buddhist reference. A stele was found in Ratu Boko that 792 Masehi named Parasasti Abhayagiri Vihara. This tells that the Ratu Boko was built by Raka Panangkaran Prasasti Abhayagiri Vihara. Is with Pranagiri font, a font used by many Buddhist styles. In the style was mentioned Raja Tejapurnama Panangkarana, which is another name for Rakai Panangkara. Tejapurnama Panangkara ordered the construction of Bayagiri Vihara. The same name also mentioned in Kalasan style, Mantisi style, and Wanua Tengah Tri style. Abaya means peaceful, Giri means hill or mountain. Abhayagiri Vihara means a monastery built on a hill of peach. During the reign of Walaingpu Kombayani, Abhayagiri Vihara changed its name to Kraton Walaing.
That's great.
Totally agree. I also like traveling.
Yes, I do.
Me too. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.